this is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Oklahoma Sooners. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Ballmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Catching up with the Fighting Irish head coach before the game. This is a challenging environment, bringing his team in here against a very quality opponent. This has so many implications for postseason, rankings, strength of schedule, all of those metrics. But more important, he knows how hard it is to get a win here on the road. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Sooners ready to kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Porter. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Going to run it. It's Mobley. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and this crowd giving this defense some juice.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Makes a catch. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Grab behind the line. It's Williams. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them in there a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Here's Carr to throw. Makes the grab. It's Mobley. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible, because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
Right on the money. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Now here's Carr. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really...
Maybe some room here. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Well, you know, this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And the extra point splits the uprights. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be chased out of bounds inside his own 20 at the 18-yard line, and a great job of coverage there. secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. And the Sooners want to move quickly. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, wants to pass. On target. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it from the gun.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. He's got him in the flat. Makes one man miss. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
And that's a really good job by the quarterback, man. You run the play action, you want to take a shot. Nice job taking the check down. Running back does the rest and chews up some yardage.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here's a give to Robinson. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Stepping to the right. He's going to take off, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football, and I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that, but, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, know when guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to impose their will with the run. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. Makes the grab on the left. Makes the grab and room to run. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
Now, you you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Carr from the gun on third down. Working that left side now. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Around the end, it's Mobley. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Irish! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Sategna. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Snags it and he's open. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
He'll try to do it himself. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21. And the Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Handoff to Xavier. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration.
Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. First and goal. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Robinson. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
Throwing, Carr. Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary, catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
Wants to throw, it's Carr. Fires toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
And, man, 3 plays into this drive, and it's apparent what this offense wants to do. They're going to take shots down the field. They're going to be aggressive.
C.J. Carr firing again. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. 1 more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. 4th down, Carr. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. Now the lead is down to 11. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the 3rd quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we get a big one right out of the gate? The defense isn't going to be expecting it. They took the shot, they hit it, and this offense is hot.
The Sooners headed quickly to the line.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill, because when he gets downhill with that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Finds the tight end. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. He caught it. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the 1st down marker. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Sooners! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
It's complete on the right side. He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it out. It's Mobley. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the 3rd quarter, they'll try to answer here. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Letting them out of jail like that is a punch in the teeth to this defense. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 37. Carr unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, that was the guy the quarterback wanted to go to right from the jump, but a better job by the defense in coverage forcing the incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Strong, firm tackle.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Carr above the noise. Hauls it in. They bring him down right at the 45. Not enough to move the sticks, but maybe close enough to go for it here on 4th. Carr to throw for it on 4th. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Notre Dame lines up quickly. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune. Turning it on! They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half, and you got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Hit a speed bump on that last play. Now work to do on 2nd and 15. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now the offense will back it up 5 and try it on 2nd and long. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. They're working that left side. At the 20, he's got space. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. It's complete to the left. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. Fourth down, Carr. Grabs it. They will score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The Irish punch back.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Throws to the wideout. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
The Sooners are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Fires on the move. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Here comes the heat. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And now my mindset has to completely change. Listen, we needed points. That's over. Like, plenty of time left, over 3 minutes on the clock. I got to get me a stop, and I got to get that football back so my offense can score some points.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Play action, Carr. Fires to the tight end. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down.
Kick returners just have to do a better job knowing where they are on the field and what the situation is. That's a ball you got to let go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Instead, you're trying to be the hero, and now you've done yourself more harm than good. The offense starting in terrible field position.
Motion from the back. Looking to throw. It's Mateer. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Across the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and just like that, they're out of trouble.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't.
The ball is out behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. takes matters into its own hands.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Makes the grab on the left. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To throw, it's Mateer. He's taking a deep shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Firing to the right, complete. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Buried before he could blink.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
The #1 objective for a defense